You look wonderful tonight. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, Gilbert.
Anne Shirley. What in the heck are you doing?
Fishing for lake trout.
Hello, and today I present to you the movie End of Green Gables. I will tell you about the original names and ages of the actors and how they changed in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to support us. All right, let's get started. Matthew Cuthbert is played by Richard Farnsworth. In 1985, he was 65 years old, and sadly, he passed away on October 6, 2000, at the age of 80.
She has been a big mistake.
Not if you're Mr. Matthew Cuthbert. You are Mr. Matthew Cuthbert, aren't you?
It's a girl.
And his journey, his 650-mile journey from Iowa to Wisconsin to see his brother who is ill, very ill.
Marilla Cuthbert is played by Colleen Dewhurst. In 1985, she was 61 years old. Sadly, she passed away on August 22, 1991, at the age of 67.
Very well then, Anne, with an E. How is it that you happen to be brought and not a boy?
If I were very beautiful and had nut brown.
Have to speak or anything.
Really?
I hated
In front of the
to.
class?
Yes, I hated to. I still hate to speak without the mask, right? But
Anne Shirley is played by Megan Follows. In 1985, she was 17 years old, and now she's 54 years old.
I can never do that. You can punish me any way you like. You can lock me up in a dark dungeon inhabited by snakes.
Because I'm fighting for his best interest, but he doesn't necessarily recognize that. So I'm sure many mothers can relate to this situation.
Diana Barry is played by Skylar Grant. In 1985, she was 15 years old, and now she's 52 years old.
Did you see all those diamonds? I wish I were rich and I could spend my whole summer at a...
I realize now that it was my mother's sacred duty to be.
Miss Muriel Stacy is played by Marilyn Lightstone. In 1985, she was 45 years old, and now she's 82 years old.
I'm disappointed in you, Anne. Reading novels during geometry class is a misuse of your time. Moreover,
He made the approach. And it came from an idea I had one night when I was trying to post my final post of the day on Facebook. And I thought, well, what am I going to post tonight? And
Rachel Lind is played by Patricia Hamilton. In 1985, she was 48 years old, and now she's 85 years old.
Mark my words, Marilla. That's the kind puts strychnine in the well.
you shouldn't have twitted her about her looks.
Marilla Cuthbert!
I met her on the very first day of filming, and I was nervous enough about having this part and doing it for the first day, working with...
Mrs. Amelia Evans is played by Jackie Burrows. In 1985, she was 46 years old, and sadly, she passed away on September 22nd, 2010, at the age of 71.
Miss Hetty King. Would Miss King please come forward?
And it turns out I'm thrilled, so thank you. I want to thank the Academy for this.
Anne Josephine is played by Charmian King. In 1985, she was 60 years old, and sadly, she passed away on January 6, 2007, at the age of 81.
The idea what it's like to be wakened from the few hours of precious sleep granted an old woman in a strange bed by two ferocious, wild...
But it was wonderful. It was a great, great experience. A fabulous cast to work with.
At that time, did you want to do them all?
Gilbert Blythe is played by Jonathan Crombie. In 1985, he was 19 years old, and sadly, he passed away on April 15, 2015, the age of 48.
You're just tired. Besides, why should you care? $100 is more than you make in 2 months teaching anyway.
If destiny per se played any part in it, but I had not worked with her since the last one, and that was a good 10.
Mrs. Hammond is played by Jane Eastwood. In 1985, she was 39 years old, and now she's 76 years old.
If you'd pay more attention to your chores instead of poring over them fool books of yours.
Please, I won't do it again.
It was just so thrilling. I couldn't put it.
So my voice is very recognizable. Like I'll be standing in a grocery line at Fortino's and I'll say something and people go, "Man, I know that voice."
Reverend Allen is played by Cedric Smith. In 1985, he was 42 years old, and now he is 79 years old.
We loved him, and we commend his soul to Jesus.
I'm quite stunned. I'd like to thank all of you, and I'd like to thank the people who I work with on...
Josie Pye, played by Miranda de Pensier. In 1985, she was 17 years old, and now she's 54 years old.
Dressed to Fanny Emerson's wedding last year, though, didn't you, Anne? You know what they say, twice a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Took another project. It took so long to raise the money and put the movie together. And when he left, he said, "You should direct it." And I said, "I've never directed before. What are you talking about?"
Thank you for watching the whole video. Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell to wait for next videos. Thank you, and see you again.
Anne?
Chrysanthemum. CHR.